So with the Radiance I got from Battleground season ending and the War season ending quite literally in the same week, I spent a lot of it to get Tier 7 Basic, and with that Tier 7 Basic, I took Captain Britain to rank 4. Couple reasons for this, mainly War defense, and also ignore me accidentally entering this fight with White Magneto. I'm just placing the pre-fight to get Limber protection, because Labyrinth is stupid, but yeah, I took her to rank 4, a lot for defense, both BGs and War, but she does pretty cool stuff on attack still, and we're going to show her damage rotations and stuff in this video. I'm fighting this Labyrinth fight instead of Winter Soldier because she is meant to be a long fight champion at heart. She's not going to be doing the fastest times against Winter Soldier because every fight you really need to get to your special 3 first, and then you'll be doing damage that way. And yeah, she's not going to be a great BG's attacker. She'll be serviceable for some skill opponents, but not the best. Like, I took Yelena down with her, which was cool, but by far not the best Yelena option. She's gonna do most of her damage in long fights, and I don't even think she's nearly one of the best mutants for that, but it's still fun. We're hitting damage cap very easily against this Elektra here, and then we're doing some numbers in red from the Neuroshocks as well, which will eventually start to stack up. Like, they won't be too bad once you get a lot of them, but keeping them up is a little bit more difficult, but still decent damage there. And then yeah, the whole goal is kind of just spam special 2s with your big power efficiency from your special 3, and then yeah, if the damage cap wasn't here I'd feel a lot better, but it is unfortunately, so we just have to deal with it, and then try and stay in that psionic mode and let your Neuroshocks do a bunch of damage. And my psionic mode ran out here, but she's almost dead. The Neuros are doing quite a bit, and then I have a lot of prowess as well, which will just let the special 1 finish her off basically. Yeah, the Neuroshocks do it at the end. And then you can see the fight. Yeah, there's the final stats. Did most of the damage in specials, but decent bit in Neuroshock. And now we're going to go fight Necropolis Kraven. I am slightly boosted in this, 1 because the boosts were expiring, and 2 because I wasn't able to solo this one unboosted. But I've actually never been able to solo Necropolis Kraven before. This is low-key one of the hardest fights in Necropolis, I think. I genuinely think this is one of the hardest fights by far in Necropolis, so the fact that I was able to solo this, I feel like is pretty impressive for her. And yeah, so we're going to do the same thing where we go to a special 3 and then get a big power efficiency that way. But the whole thing with this one is there's just a BS damage mechanic, basically. Not from getting hit, that's not BS, that's just me sucking, but basically he's going to place his traps on his special 2, and then if he places 3 traps in a row that you don't walk into, then you take damage, but if you also walk into the trap, you take damage, so it's just like there's virtually almost no way of avoiding the damage, unless you always time your special attack with removing the trap, which is not always possible. So yeah, it's a really annoying fight, but Britain's gonna be able to take it down. I was originally thinking that the safeguard that she has would cap the burst damage from the Necropolis stuff. It doesn't. If it did, that'd be really nice, but it does cap special 3 damage, which is funny. I don't know if it does it in Necropolis because it's some of the global nodes, but I fought Red Hulk and Labyrinth, and the special 3 only did 3% of my health. The Incinerate after did quite a number on me, but the special 3 itself, you can just tank them, which is really good utility, honestly. Anytime a champ can tank special 3s like that, it's really good. And even just, the safeguard for non-SP3 hits is always also great. So, anyway, kind of messing up a little bit here, but it's fine. Yeah, so we need to get back to a special 3, which I do right there. And then we're back in psionic mode, which is perfect. So he needs to drop a special 2. He does that. And then we have 19 prowess now, which is going to make the special 2 hit very hard. He's going to go from 83% down to 79, and it's still going to keep going up because our prowess doesn't cap until 30. Pretty sure, like, once I'm fully ramped, each special 2 does like 6 or 7% of his health, which is quite a lot of damage, especially when the special 2s are 60% cheaper because of the special 3 power efficiency. There I accidentally drop into his block. Like, I'm playing like crap in this fight for some reason, but was still able to solo it, which is pretty nice. So yeah, I go for another special 2 there, 75 down to 70, and then he's going to drop another special 2. 21 Neuroshocks are doing a bunch of damage to him during that special, which is cool. And then I drop another special 2, hitting the damage cap on that hit, which is pretty nice. And then, yeah, we're rooted again. At least it gives me a little bit of willpower, but it's still taking burst damage when I actually walk into the trap, which is annoying. But it's fine. I need to get to another special 3 soon. Because, yeah, you can't really do much unless you get to that special 3 first, because you really need that power efficiency. But that's fine, because the damage once you get that power efficiency is so high, that's pretty worth it. Now, I'm going to go for the special 3 finally. He's at 60% health, I'm at 51, but his health is going to start going down much faster now that we have our 30 prowess. As you can see, this special 2 is going to take him from 57 down to 52, which is pretty good. And then once I get that bulwark from the special 2, that's what allows me to place the Neuroshocks on every hit. And so we're going to go for another special 2 here. If you're wondering what relic to run with Britain, I use the Sinister because placing a bleed on her also places a Neuroshock, so it's a little bit extra damage, and it's free willpower too. The Sinister is just good on pretty much every champ. If you're bleed immune, you're going to get a little precision and whatever, which, you don't get willpower at that point, but it's fine. So he drops another one right there. I walk into the trap, it's fine. And then I'm going to go for a special 1. Break out of it, and then we're going to go for the relic here. He's at 34% now, and we're winning the health race again, which is good. So, yeah, I need him to drop a special 2. He does, and then we're almost at my special 3, which is perfect. So I'm going to go for it right there. And then after he drops his next special 2, though, I think we're going to take a bit of burst damage. But that's fine, because we're still winning the health race. Or we actually just get rooted there instead, which also works. So, anyway, I'm going to go for a parry, light, and then special 2. Break out of that root, which is good. And then, unfortunately, the last hit didn't crit, but it's fine. The power detonation is annoying, but we have Neuroshocks pretty often, so it's not always that bad. As if we have the Neuroshocks, it's a passive damaging effect, so it actually makes it to where the power detonation doesn't trigger. And then I'm going to go for another special 2. Pretty mid crit RNG, but it's okay, because I know one more special 3 cycle is going to just finish him off at that point. So he's going to go for his special 2 there. I walk into the roots, that's fine. Again, it avoids me taking a little bit of burst damage, the big burst damage at least. I still take some, but it's not as bad. And so here, go for the special 3 after the relic. And then that's going to allow me to immediately chain into a special 2, which is kind of what I was hoping for. I am going to bait the special, actually. Okay. So, never mind. But that is a goal to definitely go for if you don't give him too much power. And then, yeah, this special 2 just rips him apart. So much damage. And then, yeah, the next one I know for sure is going to kill. And we kill him right when he gets the next set of charges, which is pretty nice. So, anyway, that's the damage of a rank 4 Captain Britain. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I'll definitely be doing an ultimate showcase for her eventually. There's going to be some cool stuff I still think I can do, even though I don't think she's the best attacker out there. Definitely going to try. So be on the lookout for that after a couple other ultimate showcases that are going to happen before her. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next video.